What's up, good people? Happy Sunday to you all. Hope everyone is having an amazing weekend. And the Potter here again. And as you guys know, every weekend I come on here to share light on a couple of US dollar pairs that we trade. If you are new to my channel or you are coming across my video for the first time, please show some love by subscribing to the channel. And if you find the video helpful, leave a like and join the free Telegram group where I come on every trading days to share my trading setup and idea with you guys. So without wasting much of your time, let's quickly dive into it. Looking at my Euro USD chart here, or the daily time frame, you can see that the chart is well marked out and clean like always. And the last time I dropped a video, the market was trading below this minor supply zone around this area, which I expected the market to continue dropping to this major demand zone here before we see any move to the upside. But unfortunately that didn't happen. The high institution ended up using this demand zone here to move price. When the market was trending around this area, I expected this market to continue dropping from here, but unfortunately that didn't happen. When the market opened, it opened with this big gap here, which the candle ended up as indecisive candle, this red candle with this big wick here. So when this happened, I said to myself that this supply zone has already been removed, that I should start looking for a move to the upside before we see that major move to the downside. And when I called out this trade on the free Telegram group, the market was trading around this area, and everyone that took that trade smiled to the bank to this around this zone. So what am I expecting on Euro USD for the coming week? There is possible that when the market open, we see a more push to the upside to come into the supply zone around this area. And if I start seeing a reaction to the downside, that's when I'm going to start looking to short this market, to this zone here and this zone here possibly. That's what I'm expecting for the coming week, which I'm going to show you guys what I'm using to back up my chart. The reason why I'm expecting this market to start dropping from this supply zone around this area. But let's go to our 4-hour time frame, where I'm going to show you guys how we cut this trade around this area. So looking at the 4-hour time frame here, when this trend line here got removed, because of the trend line, I'm not that type of trader that only trade just because a trend line has been removed. I like to have other confluence to give me much confidence to join the trend. So when this happened, I was still expecting this market maybe to come around this support and resistance line around here and continue to the upside. But that didn't happen. The market opened with this big gap, and this structure here was removed, because if we are to count structure very correct, this is going to be a lower low, lower high, lower low, or equal low here. Then this is another lower high here, equal low here. So we can call this triple bottom here. Then we had this demand zone created here. So with all this, I wasn't expecting this market to continue moving to the upside. I was still bearish. But when this gap happened, I knew that whenever a gap happens on the market, the market is likely going to come back and fill that gap before continuing to the main direction. So, and that's what happened here exactly. This market came back and filled this gap here. When I called this market out on the Telegram group, there I think we were 30 minutes away from the news. So I said to everyone on the group that you guys should be careful. If you are jumping on buy already, make sure you trade with a very low risk, and make sure you have a stop loss because of the news. So when the news dropped, the news went against dollar, favoring the euro, and this market tried to the upside, which everyone that took this market smiled to the bank here. So when the market was around this area, because it was on 88, I wasn't interested in trading it, because I like to see the retail traders number in 1994, 96 before I will start anticipating for a major pullback or a trend to continue to the opposite direction. So I wasn't interested in trading Euro USD as of Thursday, Friday. I was more interested in trading the Gbpusd, because Gbpusd was already on 96 and the space on the chart was clear, which I took the market, but the market didn't end up playing out. So what am I expecting to see here for the coming week? Looking here right now, you can see that this market on the daily time frame, the market just took out a minor supply zone, and there is a bigger supply, a little above it on the daily time frame. Here on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that this market is trading inside 4-hour time frame supply zone here. Let's quickly take a look at the retail sentiment, and let's as well look at our CFCT data to have an edge of what the high institutions are doing with their position. And if you are wondering how I use this retail sentiment, as you can see here, it says Euro USD. As you can see, this is sentiment from my FX book, and you can see their short position is currently on 92%, which their long is on 8, telling me that the selling aggression on this market is very high. And whenever the aggression is very high like this, the bank will keep on pushing the price a little to the upside to make all these retail traders that have been shorting this market as it's rallying to the upside to start closing their short and go for long. That's when they are going to drop price, which is what has been happening ever since I've been tracking retail sentiment. So, and there's something I want to quickly show you guys here on this retail sentiment here. As you can see, on March 8th was when we had the major drop on Euro USD, March 8, 2024, which is around this area. And if you look what their position was, it was on the retail traders short position was on 38,300. So when so if you look around here, you will see that this market pull back, push to the upside, which I think if I go to my chart and look back at my chart, I think when this happened here, their position went down from 92 or 98 to 89. Then you see 89, those retail traders that were aggressively adding to their long to 38,000 here, they started closing their long, their short. They started closing their short to go for long. That's when the high institutions dropped this market. And you can see when this market drop here, because of this aggressive adding to long here, 34,000, we had this little pull back to the upside here. Then the retail trader short position was on 63,000. We had this big drop here. Again, after this big drop, look at, ever since then, the retail's long position went to 62,730. Ever since then, the market has been rallying to the upside. Look, this massive rally to the upside. Then when we got to this area here, look here, you can see 43,000 short position on the retail shorts. So from that area, as you can see, the market start moving sideways, like doing higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, till then we had this drop here. And ever since this drop happened around this area, the market was on 46,000 long, 10,000 short. Ever since then, the market has been rallying to the upside massively. Ever since then, the market has been rallying to the upside massively. And currently, the retail trader short position is currently on 75,000, the biggest we have seen this year. The biggest we have seen this year. 80,000. the retail traders short position is on 80,000, the biggest we have seen this year, and their long position is currently on 7,000. So what I am expecting here is for to see a little pullback here. Then the market might come to maybe 88% on the retail short. We see maybe we'll start seeing a little push to the upside, because the market will never give up without a fight. We see a little push to the upside before you will see a big offloading on that they are short to start long, and that's when the high institutions will drop the market massively. So from here, I'm expecting to see a big drop to the downside, because this position, their number is too high, 80,000 position on short. So once they start offloading this, they are short for long, giving up on the short. That's when the high institutions will take over this position and drop the market massively. So for the coming week, I'm looking for euro dollar to drop. So I'm looking to see something like this on euro dollar. There is a possibility for the market to remove this demand, this supply zone. There is a possibility to come and shy off on this supply zone here before we see something like this possible, before we see the bigger drop to the downside. So something like this, I'm not saying that it's going to happen exactly like this, but this is something I'm expecting from the market. Let's look at the CFCT data and see what the high institutions are doing with their position. So you can see this is Euro USD, and looking at this Euro USD here, and looking at Euro USD here, you can see that this the high institutions position here hasn't been clear for some months now, because from last year, if you look at here from last year, the overall long position that the high institutions has ever reached is 266,000. So sometime last year they got to 35,000. They got to 235,000, and ever since they got to 235,000, they has been reducing their long position. Till now, they reduced their long position to 165,800. They have reduced their long position to 165,800 currently. So at this zone that this market is currently in now, and what their short position is showing us, that the high institutions has been increasing shorts for a very long time. They have been increasing their short positions for a very, very long time now. But this past week, they reduced the short position. They have started taking, profit on their shorts here. So the data is not really that clear, but I'm currently bearish on Euro USD because of what I'm seeing on the GBP data, which I'm going to jump into GBP data now to show you guys. Okay, so let's switch to GBP USD. Okay, looking at GBP USD right here. Last week, somewhere around this area, something like this, I took a short on GBP USD somewhere around this area, something like this. I think something like this. I took a short here because I was suspecting this market to drop from this area to here. So this was my target because the market already maxed out 96%. I expected this market to continue dropping. Then when I took this market, I was on profit, and then something changed and I end up getting stopped out of the market. And sorry guys. And as you can see right now, where the market is currently trading on, the market move up, let me even check how many pips from here. The market moved up about 184 pips, or let's say 185 pips, from here. So the market, and you can see this area now, the market is currently inside the This market is currently inside 4 hours supply zone here, so I'm expecting this supply zone. It's possible for this supply zone to get removed, but I'm expecting drop from here. I'm expecting drop to come to this, for this market to drop to this area. Let's take a look at the daily time frame. Looking at this daily time frame here, you can see that when this supply zone got removed with this weak candle here, it was a fake out. Then the market dropped, then end up taking it out fully. When I saw this bullish engulfing on the daily time frame here, I wanted to when I knew that I was going to be stopped out, or I was already stopped out, but I didn't take advantage of this move because, you know, in my mind I was like, if I jump into this market here, I might end up getting stopped out again, and this market will continue to the downside. So I didn't take this because of what I'm seeing on my chart. Let's look at what is going on GBPUSD retail sentiment. Currently on the retail sentiment, they are currently on 93. You know, it went to 96 and we had a little pullback. After that little pullback, the market continued to the upside. Look at the last time we had a major move on GBPUSD. We had a major drop. Look at the last time we had a major drop on GBPUSD. The retail traders short position was on 33,000. On 33,000 here. So when they started offloading their short position, start acquiring long, that's when the high institution, which are the banks, moved this market to the downside massively. And ever since then, the market has been rallying to the upside. So when it gets here, you know, their short position wasn't aggressive, just like as it was when it was on 33,000 around this area. As you can see, their short position is just 24,000. It wasn't aggressive. Then the market continued moving to the upside. Take a look at what their short position are currently right now. Their short position are currently on 72,000, very aggressive to their previous major drop here. You see, their previous major drop was on 33,000 here. Right now, 72,000, very aggressive. So I expect to see a pullback, a major drop from here. That's what I'm expecting for GBPUSD for the coming week. Let's look at GBPUSD CFCT data to see what they are doing. Currently, let's check the highest maxed out number that GBPUSD long has ever gotten to. So the highest number their GBPUSD long has ever gotten to is 135,269. So this past week data that was released on Friday, they came out to 135,316. So it went a little above the highest long maxed out number. So whenever something like this happens, we are going to see a major profit taking. So on GBPUSD, we are going to see a major profit taking on their long. So if they have reached their maxed out number on adding to long position, so what do you expect to see? We expect for the market to start, you know, dropping, for the high institution to start taking profit. Then we see a major drop, which, if you notice, about 2 weeks ago, the same thing happened on USCD, which I called out the trade on the Telegram group, and ever since then the market has been USDCD has been dropping to the downside because it reached the maxed out number on their long. Ever since then, they've been taking profit on long and price has been dropping, and that's what we are currently seeing on GBPUSD right now. And if you look at what they did with their position this past week, you can see here they added 28,563 on their long this past week. That's why we see this aggressive move. That's why we see this aggressive move to the upside here. So they have reached their mass number on adding long, and they add to their long, they add 28,000 on their long, and they add 5,000 on their short. take a look at what has been happening here since on May. If you look here since on May, you will see that they have been reducing their short. This is the first time they add they add almost 6,000 to their short position here. So their short position is now on 50,000. So while their long position is on max overall max out number 135,000. So I expect to see a major drop from here, possibly for this market to drop from here all the way to here, which is going to be my first target, then to here. That's what I'm expecting on Gbpusd for the coming week. Will this new demand zone that is created here, will it going to hold? There is possibility for it to hold, but I would like for this market to do something like this, maybe on Monday candle to be another bullish candle to come around here. So if this drop happen, there is a possibility for it to hold, to hold with this trend line and continue to the upside. If not, if this trend line here got removed, then I will be looking for something like this for the downtrend to continue, because they have already maxed out on their long. They won't be able to add more to their long for the at least next 3 to 4 weeks. We will be seeing the Gbpusd long. We will be seeing a profit taking on their long, and we will be seeing them adding to their short, which is what I'm expecting. This coming week, there is a possibility that we are not going to see that major drop. We might see a consolidation. Consolidation inside the supply zone, indecisive candles because one thing I have noticed is that it's not immediately they reach to their max number that the market is going to be dropping aggressively, which that is possible, but I don't expect that. There is a possibility that we are not going to see that major drop this week, but depending on how the market, react for the coming week, which we are going to be looking. And if I see a trade setup, I will as well share it on the Telegram group like always. So I'm not looking to buy here because I can't buy inside supply. I can't buy inside supply zone. If this supply zone got removed, I'm still expecting that pullback to come to this demand. Actually, this demand zone that is created here is a very strong demand zone. Look at this tree candle, very healthy. So even if market comes here, I'm expecting this market to hold here and continue to the upside. But if it gets removed here, then we are going to see the continuation to the downside from here. So you guys should watch out for that for the coming week. Let me quickly delete all this. So for the coming week here, I'm expecting a drop, something like this. I'm expecting a drop here for this coming week. Which other pair should I look at? Okay, AUD/USD. All US dollar pairs, I'm expecting the same thing. AUD/USD. Let me use a different chart to show you guys something here on the weekly time frame. Okay, look at AUD/USD on the weekly time frame. You can see that this market is currently inside weekly supply zone. So, and there is a trend line here. So I'm expecting this market to roll to the downside. There is a possibility for the market to come to somewhere around this area, and we see a push to the upside, and there is a possibility of this market continuing to the downside. So I just showed you what is going on the weekly time frame. This is my main chart here. This market is currently inside weekly supply zone around this area, and I'm expecting to see a pullback, possibility for this market to pull back to do something like this and pull back to here. And if this area got removed, I'm expecting to see it to come to this area. That's what I'm looking for on AUD/USD. So let's quickly look at the 4-hour time frame. Looking at the 4-hour time frame here, as you can see, they are currently on 92% maxed out. They are currently on 92%. They are currently on 92% here. So there is a possibility that when the market open, that we are going to see a push to this 4-hour supply zone here. If the market push to this area, and start dropping, there's a possibility for that, and there's a possibility for this thing to what we are seeing here to act like a double top on the 4-hour time frame, and this market will just start rolling down from here. So every US dollar pairs I'm trading, which is these 3 pairs that I've showed you guys, all I'm expecting from these 3 pairs is to sell. Yeah, how big is the sell going to be? First target on daily time frame is going to be this demand zone around here. Then overall target is going to be here. That's what I'm expecting to see on AUD USD. Let's quickly look at the AUD USD retail sentiment to see what their numbers are currently. Okay, looking here, they are on 91%, and let's take a look at the number too. The number, look at, they are currently on 19,000. They are currently on 19,400. And if you look around this area, when this market was on 16,000 here, it wasn't aggressive much, so there wasn't a major sell here. The market continually, and now the market is on 19,000 to compare with 16,000. And the last time we had a major drop, which was around March 8th. See, around March 8th, their short position was on 16,200. Then we had this major drop. Then their long position got to 20,000. So ever since their long position got to 20,000, we have seen a massive move to the upside ever since then. So now their short position is currently on 19,400. So I'm expecting to see a major drop to the downside. Let's look at what they are doing with their retail sentiment. Okay, looking at here, let's check what is their overall master number, 144. But the market hasn't gotten to their master number yet. We are currently on 98,997, almost 99,000. And their short position master out is 145,000, which we are not around that area yet. And this past week, you can see they added over 21,000 to their long, which drove the market to the upside just like every other pair. And they added 2,797 on their shorts position. So, and you can see this thread here now is currently turning to bullish, slightly bullish. This is the first week, so it's currently turning to bullish. Let's see what is going to happen for this coming week, if they are going to add aggressive to their long more, or they are going to start taking profit on their long, and we are going to see a move to the downside. Well, a move to the downside is what I'm anticipating right now, because this market is currently on a weekly supply zone. And if you see what happened with Thursday candle, you see this Thursday candle pushed inside, then closed with this big wick. Then Friday candle as well had a little wick. So you can see here we are seeing a slight weakness on the price here based on candlestick. So there is a possibility of this market continuing to the downside. That's what I'm expecting. If this market doesn't continue to the downside, I'm not going to be doing anything till this weekly supply zone here gets removed before I will know that, okay, this weekly supply zone has been removed. Any pullback I see now, I will add to my I will start looking for buy. But as long as this weekly supply zone is still in play, I'm not going to be looking for a buy inside supply zone. Okay guys, I hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to explain. Let's quickly look at the good charts. The last video I made, gold was somewhere around this area. And I told you guys, looking at the CFCT data on gold, I don't see any reason to be looking for a short here, because they are very aggressive with their long position on gold. So I called out this trade when I see this bullish engulfing close here. I called out this trade on the Telegram group, and ever since then gold has been buying massively, which I'm not seeing any reason to start anticipating sell on gold. Any pullback I see on gold is opportunity to buy, because if you look at gold, sorry, I haven't had this week gold, I haven't worked on my gold this week. So if you look on gold here, look at their long position, 3 on their long, they added 9,000 on their short. So you can see that gold position currently is 303,000 plus. So they are very aggressive with gold right now. There's no reason to look for to start anticipating sell on gold. Gold is currently bullish. On 4-hour charts here, we have a supply zone here on 4 hours, which this market hasn't gotten to the supply zone. And if I see this market come back and retest this new demand that has been created here, I believe that they are going to use this area to move price and take out this supply zone and continue to the upside. That's all for this week episode, guys, and I hope you guys find this one helpful.